Hi guys, how are you? Hi everybody, how are you today? Ooh, we got some pretty good stories on the docket, okay? We're going to talk about this Nene Leakes case, the discrimination case she had against Bravo and NBC, how it got dismissed. It's very interesting, very interesting. Then we're going to talk about allegedly Tamar's engaged to this attorney that she was seen with. What? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Tim Norman being in the hole. He can't even do right in prison, people. You getting in trouble in prison. Now you're going to the hole. And then we're going to talk about Chrisean and Blueface fighting again. The next day after I did the video yesterday, they're in a fight and how she got arrested and booked in jail. This is insane, people, insane. So let me go ahead and put up my banners. Shout out Perry's channel. If you haven't already signed up for the channel, please don't forget to sign up. The number is 1-702-553-3288. All right, people, let me go ahead and make this. Do this for my mods. And here we go. Pardon me. All right, let's get into it. People, let's get into it. There, got it. All right, let's get into it. Let's start out with the bang. We got to start out talking about Nene Leakes, okay? Lover or hater, she is very much a part of pop culture. Let's put this up here. So we all know when we last checked in that the group was in mediation, arbitration for the discrimination lawsuit, where she's suing everybody, okay? Andy Cohen, NBC, the production company, everybody heads will roll. She was suing everybody. Let me take this down really quick so you guys could see. Okay, so the case has been dismissed. Now, if you first hear that, it sounds like, oh my God, Nene lost. There's stipulations to this. Let me go into detail, peeps. Let me go into detail. Okay, so it says that all parties gave consent and stipulation to go ahead and dismiss the case. What that means is they all agreed in mediation to have the case dismissed. That doesn't mean they're not going to work out a deal with Nene. But the rumors going around is that the part of the deal could be her returning to the show. Very similar to what's her name, Monique, suing Netflix for discrimination. I think it was the same thing. And then she ended up working out a deal with them. And part of the deal is she returned to Netflix. Rumor is that's the same thing that's going to happen to Nene. Now, what? Huh? That would be a huge win for Nene. Now, you got to give it to her. You got to give it to her. And also, they dismissed the case, but she's allowed to bring it back to reapply or refile if she wants to. You got to give it to her. People say she's this, she's that. She talks too much. She's arrogant. But what she's not is dumb. Go ahead and give it to her. She's not dumb. They're going to see, if you go to court is a waste of time, and all parties involved knew that. It's costly. You don't know how it's going to turn out. Things might come out that you don't want out there. Okay, this is the first time Bravo's being sued for being racist. So it's a win-win for everybody. Nene's not blackballed anymore. That's good. She doesn't have that stipulation on her that she sues people because it didn't go all the way to court. So she's pretty smart. People are calling her hypocrite. Let me see this. I just seen the word. Oh, hold on. That means she's a hypocrite and played the race card for money. Ooh, you know what, Sherry? Sherry's got a point. You go around screaming racism. Ooh, but then you want to return to the place that you said was so racist and you're willing to take money from them and cut a deal. Mm. I didn't look at it that way because I'm looking at it from a black point of view. I mean, from a success point of view. But you're right. Like that, but you could say the same to Mariah. You can't scream racism and then cop a deal. So you are right. But as far as being a businesswoman, she's really smart. She is back or has the ability to be back. She has the ability to not be blackballed anymore. And she also lives with the fact that they don't talk about what really happened, what went down in this during this arbitration. What are the specifics? She doesn't have to release that. So it's a win-win for everybody. You're smart. It's a smart deal. Go ahead, work things out with them. Keep it hush hush. Slowly, one day you return. But like Sherry said, it's not a good look. But you know what? I look at it this way. This is how I look at it. We'll talk about it later. I don't think Bravo would be so eager to mistreat another person of color. I just don't think so. So I think it's a win-win. Now, if you hate Nene and you don't like her, I agree with what Sherry said earlier. It's going to look like you're a big ass hypocrite and you pulled the race card. But if you're looking at it as she being a businesswoman, well, she won. All parties won. I've been told Nene's full of it. And look at the Dawn, I should have known that was you. Look at the picture. Nene looks nothing like that anymore. She's gone plastic surgery down from the nose, now the butt. Listen, a lot of people start out looking one way when you enter Hollywood. They all, once they start getting the money, fix themselves up and transfer into a whole different person. You're like, who the hell are you? And what happened to Nene? But listen, as far as I'm concerned, this was the best method for Nene. And let me tell you why. You don't want to get labeled a person that sues people. Okay. That's number one. So she didn't want to be blackballed again. That would have really, I don't know how much money Nene has, but you just don't want to get blackballed in Hollywood. It just stops your career and you and your lifestyle. So that was smart to go ahead and cop a plea or make a deal with them on that. It was also smart to just like call a truce. Okay, listen, let's just go ahead. Let's all drop this lawsuit that's going to cost us millions of dollars and have the media in an uproar. You know how it is when a celebrity goes to trial. We talk about everything from the shoes they wore that day to this and then things could have got put out in public if you're Bravo that you don't want out there. So all as far as this, but Sharrell, she can sue again if she wants. She can. If they don't keep up their end, she could sue again. It's a win-win. It's a win. It's a smart business move. Why keep fighting with these people? But if you look at it from someone's point of view that's not too fond of Nene, you're going to criticize. But you're just doing that because you don't like her. Think of it business. It's a smart deal. You cannot take on the machine. That's the machine that what's the name was talking about. This is that you can't take on all of the networks. And when you sue one, they all will blackball you. So it just makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. Let's just get this over with. Stop these games, and it is what it is. And if it involves money, that's even greater. If it involves you returning to Bravo, Nene won. And that show, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, could use a little sprucing. I'm not really feeling it this month that much this year. So, and say what you want about her, but what you can't say is she brought a different flavor to the show, and she's an OG. So, and it's not really good to have Andy Cohen mad at you. It's just not. Even though you're saying he's a racist, he does this and that, she can't take on Bravo, their affiliates. It's just too much. It's just too much. That's what I think. We'll talk about it later. So congratulations, Nene. And she took down all of her stuff. I went back on her social media. I don't see anywhere where she called Andy a racist. I don't see that one tweet she did the other day when she was talking about, she took all down negative things about Bravo and Andy Cohen. So bring Nene back and bye-bye to Freaky to Freaky Candy. You're crazy. I mean, she proved a point. Listen, will Nene be able to solve all racism where racism never happens again? It's impossible. She did her part. She said what she had to do. She did it because she was in a jam. Did she use the race card? It depends on how you look at it. I mean, Andy was pretty terrible to her. He really was. So it depends on how you look at it. We'll talk about that later. But as for now, what a win-win. She got out that nasty lawsuit and battling the networks. What a S. When you battle one, you battle them all. And you could see when she was battling them, she wasn't getting not one damn job. She was crying about it. I think she took those posts down too. Remember, she was like, I can't get a job. They're blackballing me. She had to stop it sooner or later. And this was the smartest way to do it. That's what I think. Let's make a deal. It makes sense. So, Miss Burris, your biggest nightmare might be coming true. All right, let's move on. Now that we're done with Nene. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, next, who's next? I've got Nene and where my paperwork at? Tamar. Oh my goodness. Let's talk about Tamar Braxton. So this weekend, Tamar came out, where's mine? With a new boyfriend to a party. Okay? Let me get this up here. And everyone flipped out. First of all, when we last checked in on Tamar, she was secretly dating David again. I know that for a fact. I know when her sister Tracy was ill, David went to Maryland with the family, and they were dating, and they wanted to keep it secret, allegedly. And they wanted to keep it a secret because their breakup was so bad. He had a restraining order out against her, and it was just ugly and bad. And when the public gets in something, everyone was calling her stupid, and why can't she keep a man, and da 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 da. Okay, so now she stepped out this weekend with the new guy. He's an attorney. Yes, people, that's him. There they are holding hands at the party. It was his birthday party for his 46th birthday party. His name is, I want to put that up there. His name is Jeremy. Oh, I've got my notes all mixed up. His name is Jeremy Robinson, and he's an attorney. Now, the neighborhood talk is alleging that that's her fiance. What? Oh, huh? When did she get a damn fiance? Make it make sense. What? Her fiance? That's how they're reporting it. They're saying that it's his fiance. Other people have found out more about Jeremy. He's an attorney, and he's a well-known sugar daddy. I don't know how to put this. He's sugar daddy. He goes on Tinder and sounds like this and get women. I guess he's extremely rich, and he will pay for you to date him and be his girlfriend, in so many words. This is a mess. Because when I last checked, first of all, do you see Tamar being a sugar mama or sugar girl? What do they call it? I don't know. Sugar anything. Sugar babies. I don't know. Sugar mama. Sugar girlfriend. Sugar. You know what I'm talking about. Can we picture Tamar being paid to be with this man? What? The whole damn thing is bizarre because I've been talking to people close to the situation, and when I last left off, Tamar was with David. Now, who the hell is him? She was him. And they were happy and they were secretly dating and keeping their business where they should behind closed doors. How do we go from that to this? Look, I ain't mad at you, Tamar. I'm not mad at you. Listen, if there's nothing that Tamar doesn't know, it is she doesn't know how to pick a man. We got that. She got hands put on by David, allegedly, by Vince, allegedly. Her previous marriage, she said the man put her hands on her. Maybe she wants to try something different. It's not nothing wrong with somebody spending all their money on you and treating you like a princess. But it's only a matter of time before that family gets involved. Mama Evelyn. I don't know. It just doesn't have a fiance. I would buy it if they said Tamar went on a date with this man. Okay, a date. Got it. Makes sense. I'm all for it. Keep doing. Go to the finest restaurants. Have fun. But they're reporting it saying that this is her fiance. No. Somebody's lying here. Listen, I believe that he is a sugar daddy. And Tamar is on a probably like 1 month sugar hiatus. I don't know how you describe it. I mean, listen, I don't know. I'm not going to judge. Listen, Tamar has been through a lot. All we know at the end of the day, Tamar is single and can do whatever the hell she wants to do, including be a sugar date. I don't know what you call a sugar mama. Y'all gonna have to fill me in on that later, but I'm all for it. Go ahead. If things isn't working out with you and David, but engaged, I don't believe. I do not believe it. All right. So bye, Jeremy. I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot of you. I think you love this attention that you're about to get because he's on every blog there is. And he's always dressed to the nine. Look, little bow tie, got his suspenders on, we'll see. He's not going anywhere soon. So let's just see what this leads to. But as far as the neighborhood talk saying fiance, and I don't doubt that they got that information. I'm just not ready to accept it yet. The neighborhood talk is one of my favorite blogs. They don't lie, but maybe they got something wrong. I just don't see. Okay, just don't bite her finger, allegedly, like Vince did, and I'm cool. That's so wrong. That is so wrong. All right, let's go on to the next story. Let's talk about Tim Norman. Let's talk about the animal that goes by the nickname Tim Norman. Remember, this is Miss Robbie's son. He's in jail allegedly for taking the life of his cousin. What is Andre his cousin? It's Miss Robbie's grandson, so that would be his first cousin. Okay, so Tim is in the hole. He's getting in trouble in jail. Okay, he is such a, what do you call it? What do I want? When I say Tim, he's a menace to society. I think what he did by taking his own nephew's life for insurance money, he is awful. Also, there's rumors out there that he had a life insurance policy on Miss Robbie. So he could have went after her next. He's all about the money. He's just a soulless man. I can't stand this man. If I hate anyone, it would be him. I try not to hate people, but I think I hate him. You took your nephew's life or your cousin. I can't remember what order it is, but he had so much life ahead of him because your lazy ass wanted money. I'm done with Tim Norman. But anyway, he's being corrupted in jail. He just got put in the hole. Do you guys ever watch MSNBC Lockup? They call it the hole. They call it the shoe, time out. They call it seg, stuff like that. How do I know about all this? I have a lot of cousins in jail. Anyway, he's in a timeout, and you don't want to go in the hole. You don't want to go in the hole because you're isolated in there by yourself. They just feed you, and there's nothing to do. You can't read books, definitely no television. You're just stuck in a damn cell by yourself with no sunlight for however length of time. And I know I do have cousins that are in prison, and they explain how sometimes if you're not strong enough mentally, the hole can make you go crazy. But they only put you in the hole when you do something bad. And what did Kim do? What did Tim do? Okay, he got busted meeting for an extended length of time with his attorney and having in his possession two cell phones. Two cell phones. Now, okay, we've all heard that in jail you can get drugs in there, you can get cell phones in there. But I'm going to say that the damn attorney had to just smuggle them in. You're in front of the attorney on a cell phone. Now, the attorney is filing a motion to get him out of the hole, and he's saying that he was in front of Tim when Tim used these cell phones, and they were using the cell phone looking for discovery info in the case. It sounds like that damn attorney needs to be in jail his damn self. That's a slickster. What? No, you know there's no damn cell phones allowed in there, councilman. You know, what are y'all up to? What is he doing? Who is he calling? In prison, I'm here to tell you, they do smuggle cell phones in there, but not through my lawyer. And then he puts in the motion that it was violating, the jail was violating client and attorney privacy matters by being filmed. Good luck in the hole, okay? I mean, they must think everybody's stupid. Really? And you know what? You have some good attorneys and you've got some corrupt attorneys. You should be in the hole with his ass. Not filing a motion. If I was the warden, I'd put your ass in the hole too. You know there's no cell phones allowed in there. And who are they calling? And who are they trying to convince to lie? They want somebody to lie for them. That's just how my mind thinks. Like, what you got a damn cell phone in there for? I don't buy it. He needs to stay his ass in the hole. If it's 30 days, it's 30 days. They also revoked his visitors. He can't have anyone visit him. Well, nobody was visiting him anyway, except Miss Robbie. So look, she needs a break to deal with what's going on. Miss Robbie has a lot going on. We all know she's suing bloggers these days. She's fighting off anybody who says anything bad about Tim. Kind of get it, but Miss Robbie, I mean, I get it. I'm not gonna talk bad of her because that's her only son that's left. Andre's gone. Tim's brother's gone. I don't know. It's Harry? Hold on. Harry?
What's up? What's happening with you? Huh?
Something made you come up. What is it?
Oh no, I was just thinking about this Tim thing, right? I mean, well, no, I was in the backyard just watching you talking about the Nene thing. First, let me just Nene. I think it's good. I mean, like business move to actually go ahead and settle. Because why keep wasting money on some shit that you ain't gonna change?
Yeah, but that girl Sherry in my chat brought up a very good point. Is Nene a hypocrite?
Well, that's a different story. I think you said that too, right? Now, you can look at it that way, like, but if it prevents or slow them down from the way they're acting, it could be considered a win. Like if Bravo stopped being so racist and it calms them down a bit, it could be a win. It's basically up to the individual to whether it's hypocritical, right? But
right.
When she wanted everybody fighting, but then if she's gonna be a hypocrite, so are the rest of them that's been tolerating the racism and just not saying anything.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because the paycheck. So if she go back for the paycheck, at least she made it a cause, right? By putting it out there. Because in life, you're not gonna get rid of racism. So you can do what you do, but you still have to live.
Uh-huh.
So, and you sitting there just fighting, spending all your money on these attorneys. Uh, I don't know. I think maybe she did the right thing. But with Tamar date who she want to date. Ain't no problem with that.
Engaged
Because
though,
hell,
fiance. Come on now.
I mean, she was pretty much a fiance to the last guy too, right?
Well,
Oh, no, I'm just saying. So I mean, that's just the mode. Get with him. Oh yeah, we engaged and shit or whatever. To
uh-huh.
me, I don't care, right? She do whatever, and then I think the last guy, at least if this guy is a sugar daddy, well, at least he paying for shit. The last one didn't, did he? The
Well,
last one.
her relationship with David was crazy
But who
because
had the money in that relationship? Was it Tamar?
it was
It wasn't
David.
David,
No,
was
it
it?
was David. It was
Oh, it was
David.
David. He had the money too.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, Tamar stopped making good money when she left. She,
the view
the yeah,
or oh
the
no,
real, the real.
the real. Okay,
Okay, let me bring up back some people up from backstage. Hold on.
yeah.
What's
AT2.
up, y'all?
What's up?
Hey,
What's up?
hi Nina.
Hi, hey Perry, welcome back.
Hey, what's it? Thank you.
um, here's Val. Hey Val.
Hey.
All
What's
right,
up?
let's sound out first about Nene. Is it a good business move what she did?
Oh, why my sound
Yep.
is down?
Let's start with you, AT.
Yeah, it was definitely a good business move because she probably wasn't going to win. I
I gotta
mean,
come back in. My sound is messing up.
okay. As far as her going through like arbitration, that's probably the best for her. They work out a deal. And then I was thinking about her going back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. How that gonna work? We supposed to pretend like she just didn't sue? we just supposed to pretend? Like, I don't think that's gonna work out. For me personally, I don't think that's gonna work out.
We want her to come back. We need her back. We want her to come
No,
back.
we don't. No, we don't.
Yes, we
She
do.
need to be on Dubai.
No, she
She
I
needs
need
to
to
want
be
her
come
on
back.
back.
Dubai, or she need to shake up Beverly Hills.
But what's her storyline? What's her storyline, y'all?
I mean, hopefully it's the Hellraiser because the last 2 years she was real quiet, right? Her last 2 years she filmed. Well, and I was like,
It
damn,
sucked.
I knew, but maybe she's back. But right
Yeah,
now, either bring her back or cancel the show.
that's
Mm.
right. I
Because
agree.
I mean,
Perry.
right now, I'm not finding nothing entertaining about the show right now.
That's
If
right.
it
Yeah,
There.
don't work,
I agree
but
with
what
that,
can Nene
Perry.
add?
A whole
yeah,
lot.
oh
A
yeah, she
whole
can.
lot. Because you know what? She really did. When it comes to Marlo, don't nobody want to film with Marlo just like they didn't want to film with Nene in the end. But with them two together, they'll mess Candy and Twirl's little ass up. I just want them to just, that's their storyline. Now you got Nene and her protege against the rest of them heifers. Maybe
Oof.
some new people will come in. Yeah,
But do they
Nene.
even want Marlo there? I don't think
Yeah,
Marlo gonna get another season.
yes, she will. Yes, she will. I believe she'll get another season only because Candy didn't want to film with her at the end. Did y'all see yesterday's episode? Okay, well, whatever. Candy is all about food. You gonna forgive Marlo because you got a KFC chicken thing. Now come on now. You know what I'm saying? Because Marlo was at the end and she said, "Wait a minute, the story ain't over." And look how her and Candy made up. But Nene did the right move. I'm gonna say this: Nene did the right move because I believe I'm with AT too. She probably wasn't going to win, but everybody knew that she had caused such a ruckus that people, if she didn't get no money, it was gonna be hell or high waters.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
So they gave her something. I don't think Real Housewives, but they gave her something.
She didn't walk away with nothing. Trust me. Like
That's right.
in arbitration, sit there if you can work something out. If it can't, then it moves forward.
Right.
So if they both agreed to dismiss the case, something was worked out. And like Sharrell said earlier, she always got the chance to come back if they renege and go forward.
You know what it was,
Right.
Perry? They didn't want that book out. She started talking about a book. They didn't want that.
Well, she said she had recordings of Andy, remember, on
I
Twitter.
believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now
Now,
we'll never see it. We'll never see it now.
Perry struck me by popping backstage. I forgot I had one more story. So you guys just listen to this really quickly, okay? So yesterday I did a story about Chrisean and Blueface beating each other. That's what they're doing. This going back and forth and how somebody's going to end up hurt. You can't have a volatile relationship like that without somebody getting hurt. Well, yesterday they were fighting again in the club. They were fighting in the club, brought it home. Chrisean ended up getting arrested. And Blueface took to social media, and this is what he said. Perry, you threw me off. Let's play this.
Oh yeah,
here.
Sharrell, I was gonna say that, don't be surprised. They gonna keep fighting. They gonna fight the day, tomorrow, the day after that. They gonna keep fighting until somebody's in prison and somebody in the morgue.
It's sad, isn't it sad?
Yeah, it's sad to say. It's not gonna stop. I mean, I don't think he made a hit or did anything in the business for a while, so he's looking for attention, and she don't care as long as she got somebody that she feel like is gonna hang around her ass.
Well, they actually have somebody filmed them. Should I show it, Perry? Remember I was showing you that earlier. Should I show it?
You can't play music for sure.
It's no music.
Whatever
well,
it is.
The music, huh?
I said whatever. You can't play music. But
let's try to show you. This is what they were doing in the nightclub. And if you take a close look at it, it's Blueface is not the aggressor. It's Chrisean. Let me try this again. It's Chrisean, and it doesn't make a difference who the aggressor is. This needs to stop immediately.
She ready to beat they ass.
You know who she is, right?
They're acting that way in the club.
Mm-hmm.
She got arrested basically for it. She hit him first. It's clear as day.
yeah, but they act that way at home. So what's the difference? Club, grocery store. They was on Hollywood Boulevard. Was it last week or something?
It's bad. It's bad. Look at everybody in the chat. It's getting ridiculous. It needs to end.
They both need to be arrested just by watching all this shenanigans for the last week or two.
Yeah, because everyone's blaming Blueface. Everyone's blaming Blueface. Today, Blueface came out trying to defend itself. Let me play that really quickly. Ugh, it needs to stop. This is a hot ass mess.
It up. Y'all see the 10-second clip on the app, and y'all like come up with all these theories and weirdo type conversations. So let me break the news for you guys. Jail for trespassing. She's not in jail for hitting me, touching me, anything that got to do with me. Be in the middle of the street, she take my phone and run into a closed bar. She take the phone and start running. I'm not even finna chase after her. So tell the homie, hey, go get my phone, bro. She swing on him 2 times. She like, bro, I'm not. I'm like, all right. Go into the closed bar. Hey, we're closed. You guys can't be in here. I'm telling her, let's go. That's why I'm grabbing her. We gotta get out of here. She's so worried about my damn phone. She hiding under the bar stools and doing all type of weird, freak, theatrical stuff. So I'm like, all right, whatever. She get mad about what she see on the phone. Hit me. Boom. Oh, all right. I'm not tripping. She just hit me right here. Then she stand up, hit me with a 2-piece. Boom, boom. I'm like, ooh, over. I'm not even. I'm out of here. I'm not even finna mistake twice and try to like fight with you.
Everybody's in the chat saying this is ridiculous.
He's trying to play the victim. I'm mad he's trying to play the victim, acting all sad. Like, shut up.
Right.
This
You,
is
think he's playing,
stage at
you guys
this
think he's
point.
playing victim?
Yeah, look how he's talking. He's talking. Like,
I
God,
just
it's
showed
giving
you the
something I'm in.
clip where she cold cocked him.
Look,
But
Sharrell, I think this
he
is
done
all
pulled
the
out her hair and
stage.
everything.
Go ahead, Nina.
I think it's all the stage at this point because now they fighting almost every other day and it's being
It's like
recorded. So
WWE.
I'm thinking, okay, what y'all want y'all's own show? What's going on? Because now it's just getting to be ridiculous. Like I don't even care no more. They
Right.
fighting each other and then they still going home and being in the bed like it ain't
Yeah.
nothing.
Uh-huh.
No, it's something up. It's something up.
He having
Right, we're
babies with the neighbor
desensitized
and
to
shit.
it.
Huh?
I said we're desensitized to it. We don't even care no more. At least me, I don't care no more.
I don't
Like,
either.
good,
I mean,
good for
sure.
them. Keep beating each
Knock
other
out
up.
all her teeth if you want to.
I don't
I'm
care,
sick
but
of her.
I'm
And
just
don't forget,
wondering.
Sharrell, if you watch an earlier taping, he pulled her back by her hair first. before she got up on that
She sure did.
step and punched him. He snatched her back. She was trying to run away with his phone or whatever she had. She was running away. He snatched her back by her braids and slammed her to the ground. Then she got up off the floor, and then she stood up on that step, and then that's when she punched him in his face. So he did whatever he did, she did or whatever before he pulled her braids. That you only seen the part where that was after he pulled her braids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
true.
don't know before or after, but we don't seen the same shit for the last month
Yeah.
and a half.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm just wondering when he come out here and telling the story. I'm like, what the hell are we watching? You know,
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, he's
idiots.
so
and
at ease with it.
we came out and then
Yeah. Yeah.
boom,
Terry,
boom,
stop.
Idiots.
Terry,
boom,
stop.
boom.
Perry,
That's how he
they're
doing
not,
If
it,
you can tell the
Sharrell.
story, if you ain't gonna tell the story, sit your ass down.
Yeah.
well,
That's
Perry,
how he's
Perry,
doing
you're
it.
right.
He's at ease. He's at ease with all of it. It's like, okay, here we
Yeah,
go again. You know, we're fighting again, but we still gonna be together. And if she
right.
knows that this man is cheating on her, I believe she didn't give the man permission. So don't keep on playing it like, you know, now they're getting paid. The more people watch this, the more they're getting paid. I'm sure they're getting paid with all this craziness.
Well,
Yeah.
people always talking about him putting her out. He can't put out the homeless. He took in the homeless. That's why she ain't going nowhere. She homeless.
That's a
That's why
fact.
she
Mm.
that's
So,
it.
Val, everyone's talking about this Nene thing. What are your
Uh-huh.
thoughts on it?
My thoughts is Nene should have settled. For the simple fact is, let's just be real with it. When it goes to them lawyers and lawsuits and all that stuff, I had to drop a lawsuit for the same reasons. They're gonna keep on coming in your pocket. You're gonna keep on having to pay all the retainer fees all the time for them spending all the phone calls. Even when they call your lawyer, you have to pay for that phone call when they call your lawyer. Okay, so all it does is just drain in your pocket. You might get $1 million at the end, but if you just spend $990,000 on lawyer fees, you got
Right.
$10,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they're gonna drag it on and drag it on. They're gonna find things to drag things on, and as long as it's dragged on, it's only costing you.
Yeah.
So if you can settle and it's a decent amount to settle with, go ahead and settle. The fact
Right.
is, she done sold houses and everything else. What's Nene income? So Nene needed a little income.
Yeah, no, I
She
agree.
got a body makeover for publicity. You know, I'm sure she didn't pay for it. I'm sure that she used the doctor, so she advertised the doctor, so he knocked off some of the price. You know what I'm saying? So
Does anybody on this panel up here think Nene's a hypocrite?
No.
No,
No.
I don't think
No.
so.
Can you go ahead, Selena? What were you gonna say? Can you see how people are saying that in the chat?
Of course, because ain't they
I
money?
can.
He
I
haters
can.
in there. They don't want her to win.
I mean, I can
They
see
don't
how they
want
would
her to
say it.
win.
They can say it from this standpoint. If you're gonna go out there and raise a ruckus and say racism and we're gonna make them pay and do all this stuff, and then if she was to go back to that show,
Mhm.
then people look at it like, well, damn, you cried about all that, but now you went back. But the difference is for me, I think you can make a point out of racism and try to bring it to the surface where people can see it, and hopefully it make a change. But
Thank you.
if you do not, okay, say you go through the whole thing, it's not gonna stop racism, and you still have to work.
It ain't, but she
Well,
put Bravo on blast though. She put him on
That's
blast,
right.
and not only that, she put Andy Cohen on blast. So guess what happened? We see Andy in a different way. At least some of us do. You know,
And
we see him
and
in
he
a
moved
different way,
different.
and she did just like Mariah Hunt did. Although Mariah didn't go on to say about racism, but Mariah came back on after that lawsuit. Do y'all remember? She wasn't
Yeah.
on for what, one other season, maybe two, and then she was
Mhm.
off. They probably gave her something like, you could come back for 2 seasons at $2.5 million or something like that, and then we'll do it like that. You know, you got to bring the show back. Because the show has went down since Nene left. Point blank and period.
People are going off in the chat. A lot of people were calling her a sellout and a hypocrite.
But
That's because
Well-
what would they be? They saying that now, but they ain't in Nene's shoes.
They're not.
You know what
They're
I'm
not putting no
saying?
food on her table either. They're not
No,
putting
they
any food on
sure
her
ain't.
table.
Right. See,
So,
that's
you
the
know,
whole thing. That's the whole thing. Like, and this is the tricky part. Like, when people say that sell out to a certain thing, it all depends on what it was. But I mean, for me, it's not this case, right? And people can say that lightly. We all probably experience racism at work. When you go back the
Exactly.
next day, are you a
You
sellout?
sure do.
Are you a
Exactly. If that's the case, Perry, I was
right,
a sellout for 34 years because I kept going to the same racist hotels,
right,
seeing
right,
unfair
right.
things happen. So that's what I'm saying. People got to realize before you want to call somebody a name on something, you don't know their situation. But if you ain't putting no food on their table, putting a roof over their head, don't you say nothing about how they do it. Whether they sell coochie woochie, be a candy daddy,
That's right.
sugar daddy, or whatever else.
Okay,
That's their
because
business.
I'm doing a show here, so I got to represent the other side. She
Okay.
made a big ruckus,
Mm-hmm.
made this a big thing. She wanted everybody to support her, and
Right.
they all got behind her. And we were like, "Go, Nene, speak up, talk about the racism." And then when she gets a chance to take a deal, that's exactly what she does.
What
and
she
left
did,
Right.
she did what she was supposed to do, Sharrell.
Right.
She made a ruckus. We
She
heard
wouldn't have
her.
got the
Did
deal.
we not hear her? We
Yep.
heard her loud and clear. Although people want to say Nene got her supporters, and Portia got hers, and Candy got hers.
Yeah,
Bethel
but
got
do you
hers.
understand, Nina, that I stood behind you? You
You're right,
rallied us
Sharrell.
all up, and we're cheering you on, and then you stop midstream because you see a
Sharrell,
better
yeah,
way
no.
out for
But do
yourself.
we actually
That's
think that
how
she
the
cared
game
about
is played.
racism, though?
But Sharrell's right.
Yeah.
Sharrell, you are right. But just think of this, Sharrell. If you wouldn't have been saying what you were saying, Sharrell, it wouldn't have been no backup for her. So it was backup for her. So she wouldn't even got to the point where it'd been no kind of settlement or nothing else. She would have just been wrote off, and that was that. But
But
by
I'm
what
trying to
she
say
did,
it from the
you
other
have
person's
that.
point of view.
I
Like
understand.
I was riding, so I'm speaking as the other side. I'm riding with Nene. I'm,
Right.
10 toes down for her. We're
Uh-huh.
just wanting her to do the right thing, go through with this lawsuit, and you just stop midstream. So what happened
No,
to us now? Now we supposed to act like you never said Andy was racist?
No, you're right, but Sharrell,
you
you
still
did
ride
exactly
with
what
her.
you did exactly what she wanted you to do. She wanted you to create some controversy of what was being happening, and that's just what you did. So it's not
Ride with
about being
her.
a sellout. Just because she didn't go to the finish line, what you thought was the finish line, maybe she stopped. Maybe she stopped the halfway point. Maybe she caught a cramp in her leg. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But she really did finish the way she finished. Or
Guess what? We still gonna ride with her all the way till she cash
Yep.
that check, or she get her 2 more years on Bravo. She shake that whole show up because Nene built the Housewives. I don't care what nobody says.
But do
She
you
built
understand,
that.
Nina, the point of, I called you Nene, the point of that you had a whole crowd of people, you got all these people that you ask for your support while you go through this difficult time, and we stand by you, and then all of a sudden, never mind.
No,
Well,
it's not never mind, Sharrell.
But
It's not
Sharrell,
never mind, Sharrell. It is what it is. It's not. We still riding with Nene. I'm glad that she did what she did. She like the lady before said. She went to her finish line, and guess what? We right there with her.
But
We are
yeah, but
still right there with her.
Sharrell, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you an example. When I had my lawsuit against the hotel, exactly what the guy from EOC. And now I'm saying something. He told me not to. He told me this personally to say. He said, Valerie, it is not enough people to on your side. Even though they said, they always this happened, but they all said, guess what? I gotta go to that job tomorrow, so I don't want to say nothing.
That's right.
So you see what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So you see what I'm saying?
I mean,
So
I'm
saying,
speaking for the other side. I personally understand what she did because I understand how lawsuits can drain you.
Right. I know you know.
But there are people out there that feel left behind by Nene, and
Sharrell, I want to know how they feel left behind. The
Well,
only
but
ones
then-
I think feel left behind is the ones that really didn't want her to win anyway. They wanted to see the fact that Nene lost. She didn't get zero. She was another Kardashian one. You know what I'm saying? What you call that girl that was married to Rob and had the baby by Rob? She got zero. That's what people really wanted to see. That everything Nene did and said is slapped in the face. It was not the case, people. She still won.
This is the whole thing. You know how you do a lawsuit and people say, I'm suing for $100,000. Okay, and then they get $10,000. And it's like, oh no, you a sellout because you took $10,000 and you said you want $100,000. We always throw a balloon amount up from the beginning. You never, most times, 9 out of 10 times, you never get that amount in the first place. You just give a balloon amount and then you're gonna get 1/10 of whatever you asking for. So whatever she's selling for, that's what she's selling for. That's on her. Because nobody had to walk in her shoes or live her lifestyle except her.
Well, and this is what I think, though, to say this, and I would say this now. The hypocrite thing, we can go back to that later. But I think she did the right thing because she could have went to court and not won a damn thing. But
He
when
spent
you
more
make an
than
agreement,
she made.
when both people make agreements, she won something. She
Right.
won something. So
Thank you,
maybe it's
Terry.
the right they won't talk to him
Read
that way.
that super chat, Sharrell.
What is that?
Somebody said, Tom says, Nene, you one of Nene's half sister. You collected part of the check.
And the check is she's a
Let
winner. She's a rock
me be a
star.
cousin.
We've down
Well, let me
flex
be a
with her.
cousin.
Hey, look, I'm going.
No, listen, we're staying both sides here. Nina has one side that makes sense, and I'm actually Team Nina. But there are a whole lot of other people in the chat that are saying Nene's full of shit.
Right.
Well,
They-
Right. That's what I was
That's
saying. Like, does
Sherry
anybody
full of shit.
actually believe that she cared about racism and all that, or was this to get her position back on the show?
No.
It was
Okay.
for her to get her position back on the
Yes,
show. Like,
thank you.
That's
Income,
right.
income.
That's
Say
right.
it. Say it.
Okay.
Say it. At
Yeah.
That's
income.
right. That's
She
We
don't
got
care.
a long line. A lot of people, this has struck a nerve. So I'm going to bring up a new group.
Okay.
Okay.
Nina, don't let nobody change your mind. Stay strong. Stay strong.
Ain't nobody gonna change your mind. Nina, stand strong.
All right. All right, y'all. Thank you.
Bye,
for calling.
y'all.
I
Bye.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Guys.
Bye, Terry.
Bye.
All right. And thank you, Selena. Let's bring up new ones. We got hi Bree. How are you? Hey Bonji.
Hey, I'm well. How are you
Bonji.
guys?
Hey Sid.
guys, how are
you
you?
doing?
Hey,
Hi.
y'all. How's
Let's
everybody?
start with Bree. Bree, sound off. What do you want to sound off on?
Honestly, I'm not mad at Nene. I'm not. Because sometimes you think something's going to go one way and you're hyped up and you're like, yeah, I'm going to take this to the end. And then stuff happens. Things come up. I mean, reality sets in and you realize, oh, shoot, I ain't got the money for this. Oh, shoot, I ain't got any money.
But no,
Let me
okay,
just.
so I gotta represent from the other side. You asked me to support you, and then when we do, and you think things are good for you, you jump off the ship.
All right, well, I changed my mind. Support me with some money then. Like,
No, I'm saying all of these people riding for Nene feel abandoned by Nene. Andre, do you understand how these people feel?
Yeah, I understand that, but you know what? When at the end of the day, it's about money. It's about that paycheck. Okay.
right, abandoned by
But
Nene. This ain't
right,
about
yeah.
you.
But then you have to look at this. While she sat at the table with them, I'm sure they put a document in front of her and told her you have to sign this not to talk about the show or Andy or anybody else to receive this money. I bet you $1 she did that.
Let me read this before I ask you for your comment, Bonji. Someone says, Nene has y'all food. She will be in bed with Andy Cohen tomorrow wearing a strap on.
Nope.
She could care less about racism. It does come across, Bonji, like she doesn't care. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, I understand where you're coming from in terms of supporters. But as individuals who live our own lives, have to pay our own bills, have to fight inflation, still calling on people to cancel those student loans. Why would you be so invested in whether or not she gets the money? It's whatever is in her best interest. And in this case, going to mediation was definitely in her best interest, because chances of something being solved in mediation positively happens instead of going to court where you continue to lose money.
But
and then the
Bonji,
other thing
you didn't
is
answer the question about her supporters that she asked to hold her down.
Monique asked us to hold her down. We held her down, and what did she do? She settled with Netflix.
Right.
You know.
Do you really think that Nene care? Do you really think she care?
For our opinion, no.
No.
And the other thing is fair. It's fair that she brought that lawsuit and was saying she had evidence and all this stuff. But one other thing that we don't address is how, for example, Teresa is actually a felon. but still employed. And
Yeah.
and how some franchises are treated different from other franchises.
I know, but Perry, do you understand where the other people are coming from? You
Yeah,
put
okay,
your all
yeah.
into somebody, and then she does
Listen
not
what I'm
care
saying.
about
Yeah,
racism.
no. And for those people, Sharrell, I'll just say this. I understand where they're coming from, but look at it a little deeper than what they're looking at it, right?
How?
Okay, they supported her to bring this to light, right?
Mm-hmm.
She brought it to light. If not, we won't be sitting there talking about what case she has. Bravo is racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most people that follow her have.
I'm just going to ask you straight up, Perry,
No.
without beating around the bush. Did Nene pull the race card?
No, you know what? No, no. It's like somebody said, do you think she care about race? The same way most of us do. But we still tolerate racism at work because we get to have
Did she pull
income.
the race card when she needed it?
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, if that's what was happening to her, if they was being racist to her, yeah. Did she tolerate it for years and then came out and said, hey, enough is enough? That's what she did.
I think she got mad. I think she got mad. Then she got mad at the show, got mad at Andy, and then she brought up the race.
So she pulled the race card, is what you're saying. She only brought up race when she needed it.
Exactly.
When she didn't need it, she didn't bring up race. I'm speaking for the other side.
Right.
I agree. I think she should have.
Right. So if you want to call it the race card, that could be true. Just like neither one of the other casts have brung it up yet because they still getting the cash.
Sin, did Nene pull the race card?
Yeah.
Sin, can you hear me? Oh, you're muted. Hold on. Can you hear me, Sin?
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. Did she pull the race card?
She did because she needed it. But any of us could pull a race card at any given time if we really think about it. She just pulled it when she wanted to pull it, and if this is the end of the line for her, then this is the end of the line for her. She got what she wanted.
Whoa! If she pulled the race card, then that affects the rest of us. If we really are feeling racism, and then we get labeled, they only say that when they're in trouble, then it doesn't hold its value. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes and no.
Okay.
They're always going to be racist against us. We just choose to ignore it half the time. If you think about it.
Right. And most cases don't have a choice. Either you're going to
quit the job. Saying by Nene pulling the race card, does that make it harder for us? When those that are really facing racism, we can't say it anymore because they're going to dismiss it like we're just saying it because we're in trouble.
We can always say it. We can always say
it. The race card and it was missing.
I can see what you're saying, Sharrell. Mm-hmm. Now, for me, when somebody says somebody pulled the race card, is when they have no other alibi or anything that's going for them, and they just create this black card. Mm-hmm. If I was mistreated as a black man and feel like racist, I mean somebody was racist to me, it's not pulling the damn thing. It's just telling you how I feel about it.
Now let me reword this. Hold on, I got to catch up on these super chats really quick. Espar says, based on the language in the dismissal, I think she lost due to filing errors, breach of contract, and jurisdiction. Bravo not going to pay her for her to come back and sue in the future. She's supporting the goals and objectives of an organization she claimed was racist. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. People say, you have some people that use racism as an excuse for everything. Is Nene one of those people that makes it harder for someone that's really going through racism? Now they think we're just going to say it because we're in trouble versus that this is what's really going on. So by settling, a lot of people are angry saying she just pulled the race card because she needed to. She didn't consider Andy racist when her ass was working with him.
Well, maybe she could have, and just didn't speak on it because she still had to have a job.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. And most of us do. Most of us in this chat right now,
and that happens in many different instances. I think we would have to know motive on her part for us to say, okay, she pulled it or she didn't. In this case, though, imagine if some of the material she claims she had made it to the light of day, what more damage that would have done. not only for her, because she already wasn't doing.
Bonji has a point for all you people that think Nene's just pulling the race card. Her evidence could have been so damaging that Bravo didn't want it to come to light.
Yes.
Possibility.
That's a possibility. So everybody that's upset with Nene, you think about what Bonji said. We don't know what her evidence is. And it could have been so strong that it would have made Andy and Bravo look bad. So they're not doing her any favors by settling. They're doing themselves a favor by settling.
Well, I can see that because the network's going to take care of the network regardless of what the situation is. Yeah. If the mess was going on at the network, they probably do not want people to really know the truth.
And don't forget, this is the same. This is the same network that on that NBC talent show where Gabrielle Union was on there for one season. Yeah. And she ended up suing because there were issues with her.
Did she win? Done. Did Gabrielle win?
She did. They settled out of court and she left.
That's how we should look at it. Look at it this way. They don't start settling people if there's no evidence there.
Yeah.
So exactly. All of you people that feel that Nene is a hypocrite, look at it this way. They offered her the settlement. They have to have a reason to offer her. We don't know what Nene's evidence is.
And she needed their foot off her neck.
Yeah.
Right.
I think me personally, I'm just speaking for the other side. I think it was a smart move on her part because staying in court too long is a mess. All right, guys, let me bring up a new panel.
All right.
Thank you. Bye, Sid.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Bonji. Let's bring in some more people. Hey, AJ. Oops, didn't go. Hey, AJ.
Hey.
Hey, Sin.
Hey, Sin.
Hey, Shannon.
Hi.
Let's start with you, AJ, since it feels like you live over here anyway. Did Nene do the right thing? Oh, I'm echoing. Hold on. Someone has the tab open.
Not me.
Not me.
Oh man. I might have to go. I got a patient.
Okay. Let me.
Hi, Sharrell.
Hi. Sound off, AJ. You go first.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Nene. I love Nene. She's like a perfect ratchet to riches on the Real Housewife and really come from nothing. But she is like what we call over in the UK, marmaid. You either love her or you hate her. So I don't know if it's like too much to do with racism. She's right about some parts, but maybe it could also to do with they don't really like you. I mean, she's been known to have a very, very, we remember her from first season, right? How she was, how organic, how authentic and everything. And then we move on to season 4, how angry, how she came across and diva, she was very acting like a diva a lot. And I don't think a lot of the production or any of the people really liked her. And a lot of people got fired, didn't they? Because of her.
Well,
allegedly.
Diva,
right.
She got rid of a few people from Bravo.
Right. I mean, a lot of people could have got fired, but then a lot of people take them to court for racism. And did they settle with them for racism?
Diva, did Nene do the right thing by settling?
Now, Sharrell, I was like, should I hit this button? Because I don't want to get beat up. So after I say what I got to say, you can accidentally drop me, abort the mission, okay? Let me tell you something. First of all, this is how I feel. I feel like if you're going to have a cause, stick to the cause, right? Because listen, Netflix lost millions of subscribers. So what's her name won, but did she really win? You can't tell us when you in the midst of your fight, don't watch Bravo, don't watch Roa, because they racist, they this, they that, and the other, and they doing us dirty. But then the minute they slide the right paper across your table for you, you abort the cause, you wipe your social media clean, you take off under your title that you have been blacklisted, and you say yes to the mess again.
But Diva, she's not cashing the Trump checks. She hasn't got that kind of money to just going to the,
I know she does it, right? But here's my thing too, though, right? Here's my other point too, right? My other point is this. If all the people in our past aborted the mission, we'd still be on the back of the bus. We wouldn't be able to vote. There's so many things that we would not be able to do. So if she's saying that, listen, this what went down, they did me dirty, they blacklisted me. Put your foot to the fire. Don't let up off of them until you don't come up off of them until you get the mission done. So I get it, right? You saying this happened, that happened. You wanted us to stand by you. And like somebody else said, so now that you back on there, now we supposed to roll back in the fold and pretend like nothing happened?
But Diva, now I'm talking
You
Perry side.
settled,
I'm hopping
and she-
sides here. You're not the one footing the bill.
Right. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
that's her.
But
She's
Now,
not
all
rich.
those
you
people
know
behind
what,
her.
Sharrell? She's
Right.
making a mockery of the situation. To me, you should have just said they did you dirty, but you pulled the race into it. So listen.
What about the fact that Nene's the only one paying for attorneys and the supporters are not?
Well, we never pay. We ain't paid for Monique attorneys, but she stuck to her guns.
Well,
did she?
it gets overwhelming, and
Did she?
also she was being
mean-
blackballed.
Did she, Diva?
She
Did
did,
she,
right?
Diva? She
She
stuck to
did.
her guns?
She stuck to her guns because you know what? They gave her a big fat check in the end because she was on her private jet. Then she also got her shows on Netflix. So she got a big win. She got a big win.
Okay.
So she turned that situation around.
But she never got what she wanted.
So what if Nene
did
turned
she?
it around and you
So
just
I
don't know
don't
what
think
she
it
got?
was a win. I don't get it. What was the win? Because she didn't get what she wanted. She just settled.
I think
who are you
that,
talking about?
I think that
Monique.
honestly, like we're missing the point that like
Well,
NBC
Nene.
Universal she's going up against is like $1 billion trillion corporation, and
Right.
that
Yeah.
if they're willing to settle with you, because they can battle her out for months, years, decades if they want to. Her grandkids could be fighting the thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they knew that she had something on them that they could not come back from for the public.
But they're not getting
They
what they
have,
want.
because if
She
that was
wants
the case,
acknowledgement, doesn't she?
No,
She's
but if
saying
that's
they're
the case, if everybody
racist,
could just say
and they're
like,
not
okay,
saying-
like this is racist, or like we're gonna
Well,
sue the network. If that's just the only thing you have to do, then guess what? We all be rolling around in Cadillacs, Rolls Royce, because we could always sue people. And they just gonna settle. She had something in there because even if like she was wrong, what happens is that they go ahead and they come back at you and sue you for all the time that they spent on lawyers if she was wrong.
But there are people that feels
Just
like
say-
Diva. She incited this. She ignited this. She asked for our support. Snow White, which side am I on? Nobody's. I'm trying to argue both cases. what she asked for our support.
And you know what? You know what, Sharrell? I get it. People think just because I'm saying that she didn't go to the end, I can't stand Nene. I'm not a Nene hater. I'm keeping it 100. All I'm saying is when you pull the race card, that is something extremely serious, right? You're saying that they're racist. So what did they change? What did they change that you would be willing to go back there? Did they change their racist ways? Did they have some racist classes for all the people with some diversity and all the people now all of a sudden got it together and got it right? So you're willing to go back over there to the same situation that it was before you left. So you just wanted a check. It had nothing really to do with racism.
No, she could never win. She would never win. She would
Well, if
never
you
win.
have all the evidence you claim you have and all these
Well, they
videotapes
would drag
and
it out.
messages, you could
Couldn't
have
they just-
won.
Sharrell, but sorry, I don't know much about the American law, but couldn't they just drag it out so she hasn't
They
got
can.
no money?
Yeah, they
Like,
can. That's
well,
what I'm
why
saying.
would she
Like,
then?
she must have
Why
had
would she put
something.
herself through that? Why would someone?
Let me say this.
themselves through that?
Diva's point is this. You asked us to support you for the cause, to make things better for everybody. But you weren't looking out for everybody.
Okay.
You were looking out for yourself.
Okay, I understand that, right?
Oh,
now,
right.
when we say make it better for everybody, okay?
All Black people, right?
Okay, right. So no, let's keep it simple. Say she went all the way and won, right? I mean, whoop their ass. Did it make it better for me, you, and Diva?
Yeah, it makes it better because they will think again.
Did it
She's
make
not
it better
gonna
for
be
me,
back.
you, and Diva?
Yeah, yes,
You know
it
what,
will. because
Bravo?
they will-
Did it make it better for us? It did.
You know
not.
what,
Let me tell
Perry?
you why.
You know what, Perry? They also saying that she can come back and sue again. Who you think is going to get behind the nonsense if she comes and she goes back to Bravo and she goes, oops, I didn't get the $2 million raise like I asked. They're still racist. Stand behind me one more time yet again. Girl, bye.
Can I say something?
She overplayed her card.
I mean, most time people go to court for something like that. They try to make you pay the price for whatever infraction you made, or things like that. So
Yeah.
if she win, like I said, technically it don't make it better for PU and
No,
Diva.
if she would have
That's
won,
right. Her
no.
life would have been the same.
No. If she would have won, Bravo would have thought twice about their treatment.
Okay. Seeing how they settled, what if they thinking twice now on their behavior? I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. I mean,
okay, let me let Judge speak. Go ahead, Judge.
So my thing about it is, like I already said, if she didn't have something, they wouldn't have settled with her. They would have dragged this out for years. I do agree with Diva now when you're talking about the fact that she brought race into it. It makes it more impactful for us because we bring up every situation that we've ever been through as a people, that racism has, stifled our growth and opportunities. And for her to possibly be using this just as a ploy is very despicable if it's true. I would honestly want to see what is she going to be doing now? Like, what does she get out of it? Because all the networks are in like cahoots with each other. So like, is she able now to go to a different network and get a show?
Yeah,
Is
she
able to
could
get
go on
back to
Zeus.
TV?
She
Like,
could go on.
or is she
Zeus?
going to be in the same place that she is now? So that's my point of view on it. Like, what did you get out of this now besides that small check that you probably blew it on your BBL and whatever else you did not need, trying to
Let
keep
me
up.
let Shannon, you speak. You've been so silent. What do you think about all this?
I totally agree with Diva 100%. Nene started all this. Like Monique started all her stuff. We backed them. They won the social media for us to rally them, but it's about them. It's not about us. They just want us to back them like a protest march. At the end of the day, Nene started all of this. I sued before discrimination before. And when they were going to settle with me, and I don't have nowhere near the money Nene had, when they were going to settle with me, they said, we'll bring you back. And I had proof. And I fought them. But I had so much proof, they wanted to settle with me. And they told me the only thing is you cannot sue us again. If I would have went back to that job, they told me in my new contract, I could not sue them again. So I walked because it was about discrimination. And I didn't want nobody else to go through what I went through, but I won my case because I didn't settle. Because I went in there yelling discrimination, then I'm going to turn around and say, I'm going to come back. I'm defeating the other people that's coming in behind me that may suffer the same cause. So I think at the end of the day, it's all about Nene, and that was her cause to run behind the race card. Because if you have all this proof and you're going to write a book, and the lawyer you hire, they're taking on contingency. If you have that much proof, they're taking on contingency. And she could have went on and fought this case and came out with much more money. And like the lady said, it's $1 billion company, NBC.
What about that? What about that, Perry? She's got a point. If Nene asked us to rally behind her, and this is about racism, about the cause, and then the first chance she gets to jump ship, that's exactly what she did. And it will make you feel abandoned if you were Team Nene.
I'm saying I understand that part, right? But what I'm saying is nobody's living Nene's life, right? But her, right? And you can stand up for others. And let's keep it real, Diva. I understand what both of y'all ladies are saying. When you throw the race card in there and you don't go to the fight with it, then you sort of feel like you let people down or whatever, right? And like she said, she walked from that job and she brought it to the light, so it can probably help the new workers that come in. Well,
I don't think she'll be back on Bravo.
You know what, Perry? She was all good with the
OMG,
problems that would happen.
Diva. OMG just said that. She said that she wanted to make it better for the future employees.
Oh, wow. She won't be back. Why not?
It's
nice of her.
I'm saying OMG said that.
Nene was good tearing down her current co-workers when she was there, making her big money. She said, fire Cynthia, fire this one, fire that one. They no good, they boring, they this, they that, and the other,
fire
right?
Producers.
And so, fire producers. Come on, AJ. So then, when she didn't get the check that she wanted and the contract that she wanted, she pulled out the easiest bag in the trick, racism. People know they are triggered.
But Diva, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Could she have brung it out if it didn't exist? I'll wait.
Say that again.
Could she have brung out the race card I mean, the racism, if it didn't exist, I said I will wait.
Oh no, well, you don't have to wait, Perry. Yeah, here's the thing. You know what? If it existed so bad, she was in Andy's face on Watch What Happens Live more than any other housewife that ever existed. Out of every franchise that was not Black,
She was
she
the
was
first
the
guest.
highest paid housewife. I mean, I would like to deal with some racism like that. I'm
That's
the
right.
highest paid employee out of all
She
the
was
other
good.
nationalities, but they being racist against me.
She was
She
on
was
Glee.
the
She
highest
was on
paid housewife.
Broadway.
Come
She was
on.
making millions of
Okay.
dollars. She
So
was in a
racism
restaurant.
racism shouldn't be
She's
based
not a
on
victim, really, is
on
she?
pay. It shouldn't be based
Hold
on
on,
pay.
AJ,
So
go
whether
ahead.
he's the
I
highest
think it's
paid or
based
not.
on pay. I think like I think that's the number one thing that happens is like you are stifled in your growth and your pay. So like I feel like it wasn't really racism. I think it's the cheapest trick out of the bag. And honestly, it's the last card.
Yeah.
Like this is the
They don't
stage
like
game.
you.
That's the
That's
last
it.
card you should be
Wait
throwing.
a minute. Hold on, Judgy. You're saying that Nene pulled the race card and that's the lowest thing you can do? Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes, that's the lowest thing you can do. That's the last card you should be pulling. That was the
Perry,
second card she
respond.
pulled.
Look.
That was the second card that she pulled when she
Right.
pulled like, oh, we
That
should
is
blacklist them. They
that
didn't
is
give
the
me what I
worst thing
want.
you can.
And
That
then
is
there's
the
no
worst.
fair here. And then next
for
thing you know,
me,
the next
for
card she
me,
played was that.
for me, that is the worst card you can pull. But however, I'm just going back to this fact. Could I really pull it and make them settle if it wasn't anything there?
You know what? People
I think
doing a
But
play
they're
the
just
words,
bored of
Perry,
her.
right?
Andy's just bored of her, I think.
Yeah,
Andy
they're
Cohen just
doing a
want to
play
get
the
rid
words.
of.
Yeah, they're doing a play the words. They saying it was dismissed. Whether it was dismissed, they settled or whatever, right?
Right.
It's something happened. We're gonna go with that.
Right.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is this: a lot of people like they're late to work all the time, right? Then when their boss calls them on it, they want to say, "Oh, my boss is racist." No, you've been late. You've been late. The boss ain't racist. You've been late.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel Nene did. When Nene
Yeah,
no
she was
longer
always
was getting
late.
her way.
She didn't want to
Or the
film.
boss was racist and they was late. So it still don't change the fact the boss wasn't racist now because I'm late.
No, I understand
I
what
think
Diva's saying,
it's harder
though.
to prove that the boss is racist.
Now Lucifer
I
is
understand
or
what
not
all
racist
y'all ladies are
because
saying,
there
but
is
what
going
I'm
to be a
saying
different
is,
race. Like all
I
those
mean, to me,
executives
Hold
are
on,
white.
you guys, hold on one
white
second.
males.
Shannon, did you
I
have any more
understand
to
what
add to
Diva.
the conversation?
Yes, I'm still gonna back Diva. It's just like I came in late. One of my discrimination, they wrote me up. The white folks came in late. The Asian folks came in late. They didn't write them up. But as soon as we filed a complaint with HR, it was discriminatory.
Yeah.
It became because the black people that sued said, well, I'm gonna just say they racist because I was late and they weren't messing with the other people, but I'm gonna say I was late. They were telling me this, my stuff was real. So those people I kind of backed away from, but they was gonna say I'm gonna say it's discriminatory because I came in late and he messed with me. It was you were late. You was really late. But
yeah, but what
you're supposed to be to work on time. You're supposed to take your hour break for lunch, not 2 hours, and then they write you up. Then you get fired. Then they want to call out racism, and that's what they do when you coming in late and won't follow the guidelines of the job that you work for. So they start saying they was gonna say it was racism. It wasn't just about being on time for work.
So
hold on, Perry. I'm trying to get some other callers in. We got a long line.
Interesting.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for calling in. I appreciate the call.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies.
Take care.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye. I mean,
Oh
a
my
lot of
God.
people are calling in. Wow.
Nene needs to basically take the money and do something else because Bravo ain't bringing her back.
Hi, Naomi. Sound off really quickly.
Okay, so I'm obviously Team Nene because it has to take a lot of strength and guts and courage to be able to stand up to a huge corporation like NBC when it's apparent to everybody, even the viewers, that they have a level of discrimination and prejudice going on, especially behind the scenes. I think that it takes a lot of guts. I think that she knew she was going to get a lot of this pushback and she didn't care. And she's always been very strong-willed in that sense. And I want to speak on Diva's point that, oh, if he was so racist, why was he bringing you back on the Watch What Happened Live show the most? The reason why he was bringing her back the most on his show was because Nene brought the highest ratings to his show. He was using her. It's not like it was some like beneficial thing to her.
So she was okay with being
she's an employee.
To get She was being
She's
used
an
to get his
employee.
highest views. As you can see, the Watch What Happened Live's show now is going down the
Yeah.
gutter. It's really shit.
She
They
was
barely
okay
get
with
any
being
views.
used and getting paid. She was okay with
Because
sitting
at the
next to a racist.
She's not being used.
But
She's an
at the
employee, and
time-
that's in her contract. She has to show up
At
for
the
those
time,
shows.
exactly.
That's part of her
But
job.
Andy didn't bring anybody back as frequently as her because she brought
Yeah,
the
Because
that's
he
true.
loves her.
That's correct. That's true.
When they was in love with each
Drama.
other, they was in love with each other. So they used each other. But
Yeah, that is true.
if
They used each other.
I know my boss is racist,
They didn't
I'm
use
not
each
going up
other.
there
She was
100 times kiki and ha with him.
contractually. She was contracted to have to be on Watch What Happens Live, so that's not her using him. That's her
She
doing
was
what's
contracted the most out of any other housewife.
That's not
And he paid a lot of money.
Andy chose to bring her back the most, but it's in her
So
contract that she has to go on
He's
Watch What
racist,
Happens
and he
Live.
chose
It's not
her
like she
over
had a
LVP.
choice. She didn't
He
have
chose
a
her
choice.
over LVP. He chose her over
That's
Bethany.
what I'm saying.
And he was racist.
Secondly, at the end of the day, there are people who are in jobs who are dealing with their management that they might feel are discriminatory, but that does not mean that they don't like the job. Some people actually just want to stay in the job that they like and not be discriminated against or feel like there is prejudice going around. And if Nene dismissed the case, I'm pretty sure that means they would have settled out of court.
Dismissed the case.
Nene was a spoiled brat. I love Nene, but she was a spoiled
Let me ask you.
Hold on one second.
Nene is not a spoiled brat. Nene carried that season and that franchise on her back for how many seasons? 11 years.
She got paid well for it too.
She did not
She
only
got
carry that
really
season, she carried the whole franchise. She was literally the face of the Real Housewives. So you can't treat her like she's nothing now, like they're doing to Wendy Williams after she just paved the way for daytime talk show TV, and now they want to throw her out.
She paved the way for daytime talk show TV.
Hold on, Diva. Hold on.
But when Ellen was treating her employees like shit, and even the people that were coming on the show, she still got a whole year of goodbyes and all this freaking shows and dedication. Like, you can't tell me that's not wrong. Like, when
she paved the way for daytime talk.
Yeah,
I think Oprah might have did that.
Hold on a second. Let me Smoke jump in.
TV.
Smoke, the picture's killing me. Sound off, Smoke.
Well, I guess Naomi better get ready for round 2. I'm not here for Nene and her bullshit. I think she's full of it. I feel like she's an opportunist, and like Diva was saying, the fact, even if she was contracted to go and Watch What Happens Live, they don't have negotiations for their seasons. You're telling me that they just put it in plain black white, and she just gave up no fight. The fact that there was race and discrimination going on to show up and be sitting in front of her racist boss.
The point is, the racism and discrimination doesn't come up. No, it wasn't. Okay, it wasn't a problem until Nene was having issues with the way things were being run. And when she brought it up to the management, it takes
11 years to figure
that out.
They
don't like you, Nene.
Okay, but if that's
Nene, they don't like you. They don't like you, Nene.
Listen, right? Okay, now
don't like her.
I agree with
If you
y'all.
can be
Like,
team, but my thing is the math ain't mathing. It's not making no sense.
No, but that's because you don't know how to do math.
I did clearly how to do math, sis.
No,
Maybe you
it's
skip
a
a
math
level.
thing.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. If you want to go there, we can go there. But my thing, if you love me, that is fine. That is fine. But you can't tell me what she is on some bullshit. She is on some bullshit, and you know it. So if you want to be up her ass about it, that's fine. Be up her ass about it. But the fact remains the same. She stayed while getting paid the most, and she turned a blind eye. She would always be like, fire this person.
Hold up.
Please stop. I wasn't being rude, but she wants to go there. We can. We definitely can.
Hold on, Naomi. Hold on. Do that mentally, and it's really.
Let her finish. Go ahead, Naomi. Go ahead.
People should be supporting Nene and people like Monique and people like Black China and other Black women that are going
Black China.
Huge corporations.
Because they're Black. We're supposed to not call them out on their stuff just because they're Black.
I'm just saying, I feel like it's dangerous when you guys have callers up where it's like literally boom, 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 like Nene's so dumb.
Guess what? Black people have their own opinions. We are not the collective. We are individuals. You may believe in free thought, but not everybody is like that.
There is not a lot of people out here that think that Nene is just pulling some race card, and I think that's disrespectful.
She is pulling a race card. How the hell are you staying in a place for 8 years getting paid more than anybody in this racism? Stop.
11 years.
Talking for 10 minutes, Sharrell. Goddamn.
Let her finish.
she there for 11.
Let her finish, and then Smoke, you will respond. Go ahead, Naomi. Go ahead.
I don't think she's pulling a race card. She's a Black woman who's experienced prejudice and discrimination in a workplace where she worked with very powerful people, and that's not a very easy thing to be able to address. And I think that she's a strong woman, and all these other women who went up against these huge corporations in the past year are doing a great thing, and people need to continue to do that. If you feel like you've been wronged, like, stand up for your rights. You have the opportunity, even if you feel like people aren't going to believe you, and if you feel like you've been wrong, then you take that and do what the steps that you need to do or you want to do, because that is your right. And don't listen to people telling you that, oh, you're pulling a race card. If you feel a certain way, then it's your right to take that to do whatever you need to do.
Smoke, respond.
I'm not going to stay in a situation a whole bunch of opinion. Okay, you see, I was respectful. Let you talk.
Hold on, let him talk.
I let you talk. I didn't interrupt.
Good for you.
Okay, great, but I let you talk, so let me have my moment.
I'm not going to tear you down.
Y'all stop. No, stop. Go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead.
I'm not going to stay in a situation over 10 plus years if it's unfair, if it's discriminatory, if the situation ain't right. I don't care how much money they're paying.
But you have to remember that.
Okay, I'm not going to do
it. No, you get to let him go.
I'm not going to do it. No. I'm not going to do it.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
People, we good. I'm good, Sharrell. Sharrell, I'll see you tomorrow. I don't do this.
You gotta let him speak. You gotta let him speak.
Clearly, some people don't understand simple instructions. So I'm good, Sharrell. I'm gonna respect you and your situation, and I'm just gonna exit out. Let sister have the floor.
No. I want to hear what you gotta say. I want to hear what you gotta say.
Because I'm respectful of Sharrell's space. Like,
Sharrell, what you do is mute one and let the other one talk.
That's okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. It's okay, Sharrell. It's okay. Let her take over the floor. If she wants to have a show, let her have the show.
No, Naomi, you gotta let him speak.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's obvious, though. That's obvious.
It's all good.
Naomi.
Sharrell.
Naomi, you gotta let him speak. You gotta let he let you speak.
That should be obvious.
No, Naomi, you gotta let him speak.
Sharrell, you take care.
Yeah, that's not fair, Naomi. See, that's not fair, Naomi. That's not fair. He listened to you speak, and now you won't be quiet to hear him speak.
Treating her like shit. That's obvious. It's
Naomi. You got Naomi.
Hold on, Diva. I got it. Naomi, let me drop you because Smoke really needed to talk.
Yeah. Okay, but my point is, you guys keep bringing up, she stayed there for 10 years. Those 10 years, she was the breadwinner. She was bringing in all the money to Bravo. So obviously,
people
for those
have
10 years, he was not going to be treating her like shit, is what I'm saying.
Like, people have different point of views.
They weren't treating her like shit for 10 years.
It's quite obvious that obviously Nene for those 10 years wasn't being treated like shit. It wasn't until recently.
Yeah.
Okay. Problems. Like,
thank you, Naomi, for calling in. I'm going to drop you because this is getting really heated. Whoa.
Well, it's very unfortunate this happened, Sharrell. But they have very good points because I can see actually both of them what they were talking about. Although there were a lot of yelling, but I see what Perry was saying as well. There is merit to something of this.
I mean, but everybody has to be able to let the other person talk. You might not agree. Perry and Diva do not agree, but you got to let the other side get their point off. And I hate the fact that Smoke hung up because we wanted to hear what he had to say. What do you think he had to say, Diva?
I think he was pretty much just trying to make the point of, and I wish Smoke would come back, right? And I think sometimes, people got to understand, dispute the issue, not the person. Nobody's saying we dislike Nene or hate Nene. All we're saying is, in general, anybody has to be careful. I think we're watering down the word racism, right? I think, and everybody has to understand that when you say that, it pulls a lot of weight. It's a heavy word to say. And and so when you're saying that, you gotta have a whole lot of evidence in me what you say. And so to me, honestly, if you are being racist towards me, I don't want to work there no more. I will go work 7 jobs. Mostly everybody that works working because they have to. So she might have been the breadwinner in her household. Somebody else is the breadwinner in their household. But I'll go work at Target, then go to Walmart, then go to McDonald's.
They didn't like her.
With somebody that was that racist against me, and doing me dirty. She is the highest paid person I know of that was in a racist environment. I mean, she got
Candy,
big time checks, big time benefits. Go ahead, Sharrell. I'm sorry.
I just hate what happened.
And also,
Smoke, please call back in because you have opportunity. You deserve to be heard too. Perry, what do you think he wanted to say? Naomi wasn't giving him a chance to talk.
No, basically he was just saying that she was opportunist, right?
Yeah.
And I felt the same way too. I said, well, I mean, because I just have the same argument on every show, right? Oh, well, shit. Now that they fire you, now all this come up. It never came up year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And, and since then I have looked at it a different kind of way too, right? Because a lot of us, let's keep it real, don't want to be in a job where you treat it race, like where racism is there. But most of us haven't left the first day racism came across, second day, the third day. Some of us stay for a while because we have to. Now, I do believe this.
They just don't like you.
I believe this point.
That's what
I think
no one likes you.
Nene did use it to her advantage when things didn't go her way. But
let me say this. Let me say this.
I also think some racist stuff can happen to her.
I'm going to say as well about Nene. She had like the most opportunity of any housewives in history. Seriously, she's been on Broadway first. Right. She was on the show. What was it, Glee? She's been given millions and millions of dollars.
I absolutely hate what happened. I absolutely hate what happened today. I have a long history with Naomi and a long history with Smoke. And I think that when people have a strong belief on how they feel, they want to get that across. I acknowledge Smoke. She was over talking to you. She was heated. And I wish y'all both would call back in and listen to what each other had to say. That's what this channel is about, that everybody gets to speak and stand up. But it just got ugly today because both sides were compassionate. Well, Naomi was compassionate what she was talking about. And Smoke, you really didn't get a chance to finish what you had to say.
Right.
I hate that.
I wanted to hear what you had to say. I really did.
Yeah, because it was, I don't like it when it gets to that. So,
Sharrell, he just said he needs to settle himself down. He can't even come back right now. He just texted me. I mean, I wish everybody understood that, what, let's hear everybody's side. And people get so judgmental about, the actual person that's speaking. And I think
it's just an opinion.
They're passionate.
What you want to say? I'm saying judgmental, Sharrell, because people are saying, "Oh, I'm the one that's doing reverse racism." Just to say that you should just support a person because of the color of their skin, to me is crazy. To me, no matter if you black, white, yellow, orange, or green, if you are wrong, we should be able to speak on the wrong. But it's a lot of times where people feel like because I'm black and you're black. If I don't support you, then I'm just dead wrong and I hate black people.
She's not the only black person that works in
That's
Bravo
not what they're saying. That's not what Naomi's saying. She's saying that when there's a problem that can benefit all of us, then we should support each other. So when a person's being confronted with racism, we should support that person.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
She's not saying only because she's black, but we understand their struggle more than anybody else, is what she's saying.
But
I understand that, but I think she's conflicting.
That we didn't support Black China. We didn't support what's her name? Monique. Okay, so Monique had her own set of problems too, right? Look what she did to D.L. Hughley. He's a black man, and his daughter was black.
Diva, you have to admit there's power in numbers. So if you see someone dealing with racism, support them. That's all she's saying.
Yeah,
there's power in numbers.
I didn't get that, so I'm sorry I missed that from her. I took it as you're black, they're black, support them. That's the way I took it, and I took it wrong.
She was talking specifically about Nene's situation.
But we've had
their
conversation before where things got heated with Naomi. She'll calm down too.
Yeah.
We'll all see each other tomorrow. But it's heated.
Yeah.
I mean, look what you did, Nene. It's a mess.
No, it's a serious conversation where, like, don't get me wrong. I see both sides.
I do too.
It's what I'm saying is because I said, well, many shows ago, well, shit, you waited this long. She took it. She used it for her advantage when things didn't go her way. However, it don't mean no racist shit didn't go down. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and
but then again, is she the only one who's experienced it? Because Candy's not come out and said anything. Portia's not said anything. Kenya's not said anything.
AJ,
because they're still
has said
employed.
anything.
This was Naomi's point. This is
an isolated incident, I think. Nobody likes
No,
Nene.
this is what she's saying.
I don't know.
Saying that they might not spoke up. So when somebody is brave enough to speak up, you should support them. That's all she was saying. That
right.
Can I throw this out there, Sharrell? But Nene didn't even support Cynthia. So you kept saying Cynthia should get fired. So you see what I'm saying? Like we gotta, if we're gonna have this conversation, we gotta have a real conversation, be able to throw all the facts on the table and really talk the talk. All I'm saying is when she was on her high, she didn't support none of her sisters, okay?
Yeah.
She was like, fire this one, fire that one, fire that one. Lisa Wu even said every time she asked for somebody to come back, she never called my name. She called Ken's name. So what I'm saying is support her what? Only when you want us to?
All right, that's what I'm going to do. I don't usually go this long. I was going to wrap this up. I'm backed up backstage. Just let me bring up one more person. This is a heated topic.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to talk.
Mel,
sound off really quick. Did you see what happened?
I did. You know what? I love these very calm shows. These are shows I love the most when they're as calm as they are today. I love these calm shows.
What's your stance on Nene?
Thank you. I'm sorry. I had to joke a little bit. No, you know what? This is what I think. I think that you know what? I've always said this. I said this a lot of times. I think that Andy Cohen is what I'm gonna focus on him. He is the problem. I think that
Lucifer, yes.
Yeah, I think Lucifer, he has many names. I think that Andy Cohen's the problem. I don't think that Nene, I don't think that her observations of her work experience with him was not factual. I do hear what people are saying that she was shady. So basically, we're just saying the woman was shady, but she was a shady woman who did suffer or had some difficulties working with a man who was not very, who's not correct, who has issues with, I feel like, with the African American community. He exploits them. He doesn't treat them very well. He doesn't treat the people on that channel very fairly when it comes from the black side and the white side. So yeah, this man deserved to be sued.
He's the worst. And he's a user because now he's latching on to Chanel Ayan.
Yeah, but I think that he should have been sued many times, and that's what I think. I think that he should have been sued many times, but I think that she was factual with her stuff. But yeah, she's messy and she's shady. But I think that what I think is this: if you're shady and messy, I think that if you're shady and messy, you still can sue somebody. That's what I think. That's all.
All right, I gotta wrap this up. This is a heated conversation, and we all have a right to express our feelings. It is what it is, and there's still more to come on this Nene story because we don't even know what the deal was, and it'll come out in time. It really will. Thank you, Mel, for calling in. I appreciate the call.
Thank you. What I was going to say is too. Do I? And I was going to say lastly. Do I think this would be the last lawsuit Andy will ever see? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
No.
Thank you, Mel. Take care. Take care. AJ, it's always a pleasure to work with you. You are our favorite Brit. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Love you.
All right, take care.
All right, so Perry and Diva are back, and it gets crazy.
Sorry, Sharrell.
No, it's a good conversation because I understand both sides how it goes. But let's keep this real though. And I'm a black man, and people say, "Oh, well, you don't look." We all don't dealt with it and had to tolerate it, and either you're gonna have a job or not. And some people go through it, and it don't matter how much money you make. So we can't say the 20 million Diva. I'm just saying, if she tolerated it, I think she used it to her advantage when she didn't get her way.
All right. Nina. Diva, what are your final words?
My final words is this got to be a part 2, Sharrell. Because this was heated. This was heated. And I think
very heated today.
More people need to be able to voice their opinions. And we respectfully, because I could get emotional sometimes too. I know that too. But we respectfully got to keep our mouth closed when somebody else is trying to voice their opinion. We have to.
Listen, Naomi is always welcome here. She's young, she's feisty, and she stands in her opinion. So I don't have a problem with that. I just wish Smoke would have talked, but he'll come back another day because he said he was too heated. So there we go. All right. I'm so sorry for everybody that's still waiting backstage. I've already gone over 45 minutes. This was supposed to be a short show. Perry wasn't supposed to be here. Dee wasn't supposed to be here. And then look at what happened. So this is rolled out of control. So I'm so sorry if I didn't get to your call. I hopefully call in tomorrow. I want to thank everyone for your super chats. Oh, also, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. It helps my video tremendously in the algorithm. And what can I say? They're back. The crew. All right, y'all. On 3, let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye.